All right, we are at Vista Mind and Body. I'm speaking with Paul, who him and his wife are the owners of this holistic business, and they have a number of different, very interesting therapies that they offer here. And right now, Paul, can you give us a little tour of what you're offering to Sierra Vistans?
Well, great, and thank you for being here. So we're Vista Mind and Body. As you can see, it's vistamindandbody.com if you want to look us up on the web. But we are here. We're on South 2nd Street in what was in Midtown Plaza, right across from Ssvec, just north of Wilcox. We offer different modalities that all are based on the three basic things that we've kind of built our business around, which was kind of relaxing the body and mind, releasing stress and negativity, and then renewing your energy. And so everything that we do is kind of based on all of that. By the way, one of the other things that we're doing is on Labor Day, Monday, we are offering a special offer for first responders. So we are going to be providing a free, either a red light session, a halotherapy session, or one of our 22-minute vibroacoustic bed sessions. And if one of those doesn't appeal to them and they have something else, we're also giving a $25 discount on any one of the other modalities that we do here. And we will be doing that from 10 in the morning until 8 at night. We do ask that people please call in advance to try to schedule a slot, because we can only run 4 people at a time. And our number is 520-553-7563. But we are offering that on this coming Monday. And for those first responders working on Monday, if they let us know, we will give them a rain check so they can come and at least take advantage of that at a later time. Pretty famous people. Albert Einstein had said at one point that the future of medicine was in frequency.
Interesting.
And then Nikola Tesla, who he said, if you want to understand the world, he says, consider in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And everything we do here now is based on those 3 things: energy, frequency, and vibration. And so if we kind of look over here, kind of how it all started about 4.5 years ago, my wife and I started. We're both sound therapists, and we started doing things that were with crystal bowls and chimes and drums that were sound baths, which is basically we have people sit in zero gravity chairs. A lot of places have you lay on the floor on a yoga mat. At my age, I said, if I lay down for an hour, I can't get up. So we put you in a zero gravity chair with a light blanket, and then we take and surround you with sound. What we have set up here are just some of the things. We have some of our bowls set up, some of chimes, our gongs and drums. When we're fully set up, we use 2 sets of bowls, crystal bowls. We have 2 different sets of Tibetan bowls, Tibetan singing bowls, chimes of all different types, a number of different drums, and of course the gong and cymbals. So we're using all of those things. We have over 50 instruments that we use during our sound bath, and we just have you sit, relax, close your eyes, lean back, and just absorb that sound and experience it. We do have a sound bath happening. We do them try to do them twice a week. But if they go to our website, they can see our calendar and our schedule. So Sundays, we usually do them Sunday afternoons around 3:00. And then in the middle of the week, we do evening ones, which are usually at 7:00. And they run for between an hour and an hour and a half altogether.
Okay. Check out that website. And again, folks, it's vistamindandbody.com.
Okay. This room this is what I call our attunement room. So we do several different things in here. The one is what is set up for now is doing a chakra attunement using Tibetan bowls. And we use the large Tibetan bowls. We actually use a system that's 2,000 years old. The system that we use to play the Tibetan bowls has to help to bring the chakras. Those are our energy centers of our body. And sometimes they just kind of get out of alignment, out of attunement. And so what we do is we use those to take and help bring those chakras back into attunement. We can do a couple different ways of determining where your chakras are. One we have is what's called a biowell system, which we do an electronic reading of your 10 fingers. It gives us a kind of an alignment of the chakras, sees whether they're in alignment or not. The other system we use is what I have currently on the TV screen, and that's our 3D aura system. And with that, again, we're seeing kind of where the chakras are, but we're also seeing the aura. The nice part about this system is allows us to see things happen in real time. So as we're doing an attunement, we can have a person sit with their hand on the pad, and we can literally watch how their body is responding to all of what we're doing with the bowls, the chimes, the tuning forks. We can actually see how the body responds to what we're taking and doing.
Yeah.
And then the last thing that we do in here,
A lot of different tools you use.
you see a lot of equipment. Yes.
Yes.
And then the final thing that we do here is we do some things with scalar energy. That was this thing that was developed by Nikola Tesla over 100 years ago. The concept of scalar energy is that all of our cells operate at different frequencies. And sometimes when they get out of tune, that starts what causes disease or causes us to be sick and causes disease. And if we're able to bring those cells back into tune, we can kind of get rid of those ailments. And so that's the concept between scalar energy. I would invite people to go to our website. We have about 6 pages of information on scalar energy. It talks about the history and kind of how that works. We work with a number of clients on different aspects of that. So when we're working with scalar energy, it's really us coming in, talking with you as to what it is, and then seeing how we can take and use that to help you get over what the ailments are that you're having.
And a little teaser coming up in just a bit. You'll see something that an energy system that NASA developed for the astronauts and the NFL teams use. And so we'll get to that, but little teaser.
Yeah. And then, so that we have, as we kind of move back here, we have another room that was set up. This is set up as with our vibroacoustic bed. So we took sound to the next level with this one. So in this one, there's over 200 different pre-recorded programs that you listen to. They are good for whether they're aligning the chakras, dealing with stress, addiction, loss, any number of things. Some of them are just nature sounds to just kind of create great relaxation. You take and they lay down with the headphones on. You're going to listen anywhere from an 11 to a 66-minute session. But while they're there, listening to that sound, this bed has built a massive built-in speaker system. And so what you're doing is you're listening to the sound of the pre-recorded session, and then you're being massaged with low-frequency sound waves, which are coming out of the bed. And that's all coincides with the program. So it's a very relaxing and amazing system to take and go through. People come out of it with any number of different things that have happened during their session with that. And then over here, we have what was called our chakra cleansing mat. This is basically a type of sauna mat. It lays with the lower levels are, the bottom level are 7 layers of crushed gemstones for the 7 different chakras.
Sure.
Then it also has green tourmaline and jade stones on the top. It heats up to about 104 to 110 degrees. And then it also deals with some other modalities that are added to it. So it does some PEMFs. It does photonic light therapy. It does low-level TENS. It does far infrared rays that happen. So if you've got arthritis or joint pain, those are good for that. And then it has negative ion therapy. And so all of those happen with just that one therapy.
Okay, very good.
And then we do have set up in the corner, we do have a massage therapist that works with us. So if you are interested in doing that, our website does have her information, as well as all of the different types of massages she does. So I think it's 6 different types of massages that she does.
Oh, that's...
And so you can schedule those through us and she come in, but that's just the space that we have set up for her to take and do her massage therapy.
All right. Well, that's nice to know.
Then we enter the back. This is our halotherapy chamber. So halotherapy is salt therapy. It's the concept that you think about being next to the ocean, breathing in the salt air. So what we do here is we just simply have our client go inside, sit down, and then we take and put a salt mist into the air. So you're breathing that in.
Nice.
It's going to go, runs anywhere from about 20 to 30 minutes. You're just breathing in that salt air.
Now, then the sea to the desert.
Bringing the sea to the desert. That's exactly what it is. We bring the ocean to the desert. And that helps with people with asthma, any kind of breathing things, asthma, allergies, COPD, snoring, all of those types of things. It helps kind of dry out all of that mucus that you get built up within your lungs and your sinuses.
Very interesting.
And then our final one, this is the wonders of NASA, right? So this is we have 2 red light systems that we have set up in the back. And again, a little bit about what that was. Red light was developed by NASA for the astronauts. It had to do with their being able to rejuvenate their muscles because they're up in weightlessness, right? Once it kind of became commercial, it was extremely expensive. There were only a few people that could really afford it. Most of those were NFL teams. The reason why they found that interesting is that red light helps rejuvenate your muscles much faster. So where you normally would do arms one day, legs another day, maybe the abs another day, because you're waiting for the muscles to recover. Red light lets them recover almost overnight. So now you could do a full body workout and do that every single day.
Every day.
And so for the NFL teams, that was great because now they could practice every day without having to worry about their athletes getting burned out or having muscle fatigue. And so this was developed for that. So it's a very, very high level of red light. Matter of fact, the company, based on the distance we are, you can only do 20 minutes a day under our red light systems. And then it also does near infrared. So that's going to help again with joint pain, muscle pain, arthritis, things like that. But that's kind of what that is. We also offer free tours. So if anybody wants to come in just to kind of see what we have and learn more about it outside of what our website has to offer, they can certainly call and come in. Once we start talking with people and kind of understanding what they're kind of looking for, we can kind of direct them as to kind of which modality is probably going to work best for them.
All right, Paul. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's a nice learning experience here, and I appreciate you giving us a tour of your new space here. And again, right across from SSVC in the Midtown Plaza. That's all for me, Brett Allen, right here. And we thank you for watching. Have a great day.